Alright, we're back again with another Jubilee video. This time we have a very poignant one. 5 British people versus 1 fake. I should be good at this game. Now, the past 2 Jubilee videos I have completely bombed. I've been terrible. I have failed. So today, I've given myself an easy one. I, being British myself, should be able to tell who's the fake. This should be an easy win for me. Let's get into it.
I am British.
I am British.
I'm British.
I'm British.
I am British.
I'm British.
Ooh, accents are all good for now. One of them's American.
Anyone else nervous?
I'm nervous too. I'm actually a dual citizen, US and UK. I grew up in England, in London, and I moved to America when I was 12. So you'll hear I have a bit of a funky accent.
I'm not a dual citizen. I'm a citizen of the UK, but I also moved when I was 12.
Okay, I'm going to stop right there. I think this lady here being I'm a dual citizen, you might sound the accents being a bit clunky. That's a good cover up, darling. I realized that she was the first one to speak out. Like, as soon as the clock went off, she was the first one. She's nervous. She wanted to get that cover up in early, I think. Now, I think let's hear what everyone else has to say, but suspicions are high already. I'm just saying.
And my accent, for the most part, I think I still sound kind of British.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a citizen of the UK. I spent about 4 years in India, so I got a bit of that as well. And I moved to the US 2 years ago for UCLA, so I'm a student right now.
I'm also a citizen of the UK. I moved to the US 2 months ago. I lived in Canada before that for 4 years, which was horrible because I hate the cold.
I've lived here for 11 years. I'm from Liverpool.
Really? Really? Yeah. Oh, you're from Liverpool. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I can tell by the complete non-accent you have. Yeah, absolutely. Keep yapping to me, buddy.
Yeah, I've been here a long time, so my accent kind of sounds muddled, but I'm a Scouser.
Scouse?
Oh no, he's got a little Scouse twinge. I might be wrong.
I moved here when I was 12. I got my dual citizenship when I was 12.
Lots of people got their dual citizenships at 12.
Suspicious.
Got eyes on you.
Not very.
I said it first.
That's true.
You're from London,
Okay,
right?
we got all the dual citizens,
Yeah, London.
basically.
London.
Yeah.
Leicester.
Liverpool.
Where are you from?
London.
The UK? Oh, London. I'm from Manchester.
What part of London?
Peckham.
No way. Okay.
Peckham in London. Okay, so he could name off a little bit of London. I mean, that doesn't require too much. You can just choose a borough, I guess. But fair enough.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm from up and Norwood.
Yeah.
Where
West.
specifically in
West.
London? West, okay.
Yeah.
I'm from Leicester and Wigston.
Oh, okay, nice.
Where in Liverpool? I studied there.
I was born in West Derby.
Okay.
Wigston, that's right near Oadby.
Yes, I believe
Market
so.
Harbour.
Market Harbour. Sounds familiar. Yeah.
Brother actually has no clue what's going on. This guy's so solid. He's listing off like a map. He's like Google search maps or whatever. You know, this guy Rocco, you're fine. West Derby. Okay, I'm willing to let that one slide.
Yeah. I mean, I grew up in a very small bubble. I mean, my parents would take me everywhere.
Big man, you're lying right now. You are lying. You are not from England. We might have caught you. The other one I'm a bit suspicious of is Mr. Manchester with this non-Scouse accent, but we'll see.
And I grew up in India for like 14 to 18, and then go back to the UK, finish up my school there. And then
How long were you in Leicester for?
From 0 to 14. I was born in Leicester. Yeah.
That's cool.
I feel like someone from Leicester would have automatically known where Market Harbour is. I'm from Manchester, and I know where Market Harbour is. It's a tiny little town.
I don't know a lot about English geography because I was so in my own world. And
That's actually a good point. Like, I've realized this. I've got some friends from London, and like a lot of them know London so well, but anything like further north particularly is like crazy. But you know, I mean, if you grow up somewhere, you obviously know that place. But yeah.
And yeah, my parents would take me around everywhere. So his story was convincing to me because that's similar to my story. What were you guys' first impressions of America?
Really
Big.
overwhelmed.
Big, right?
Also, like
oh my
huge
God.
portions with their food. Like every plate.
Oh my goodness, that's so true. America is huge. America is absolutely massive, and the food portions are massive as well. I mean, how you're meant to eat that in one, like in a dinner, is crazy. You always end up taking food away. Luckily, they always have the boxes, but the food here is absolutely massive.
It is like
Their medium-sized
big.
pizza is our large-sized pizza.
Yeah.
It's overwhelmed.
The imperial system.
Yes.
Imperial system stinks. Let's not even get into that one. Fahrenheit is the only good thing. Celsius is less precise, but everything else makes is absurd. Is absolutely absurd. Your pounds and your feet and your, don't even get me started.
Horrible. Well, I've been here for 2 months. I'm still trying to get used to Fahrenheit. It's really stressing me out.
The temperature is one, things like that, you know. And like I work off a 24-hour clock.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still got that. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, if you're European, no one in America knows about a 24-hour clock. You'll say like, oh yeah, 17:30. They'll be like, oh, I have no clue. You have to say like 5:30. Or they wouldn't even say 30. They'll just say like 5:30, and then they'll be like, okay, I got it. But I mean, like, you showed me your phone when it's like 24-hour clock on my phone. They have to sit there staring at it for like 10 minutes while they calculate it in their head.
I think tipping culture is pretty bad.
Oh,
everything here,
tipping culture
everything,
is-
whatever the price is,
Oh,
it's
goodness.
like at least $3.
Oh, we could stay in this
or more.
conversation for ages.
I got a lot of questions, like people assume because you're British you like something. So when One Direction was big, they're like, you're British, you like One Direction. I was like, I have heard maybe 2 of their songs. Or like Harry Potter, hot take, I haven't seen all of the movies. I've only seen like 2.
You're joking.
I'm sorry, I know. That's like the peak British thing.
Yeah,
and
that's
I
kind of
haven't
mid.
done it.
That's kind of mid.
Well, like the first thing they say is like talk about tea or
Yeah.
and
Right,
or
tea
water. They
crumpets.
always, they always say water.
Or like pit.
Bottle of water, that's the biggest one. The bottle of water. Yeah, okay, we get it. You Americans, you think it's hilarious, but your accents aren't amazing either. You travel to Texas and see what I'm on about.
Cheerio. Like, sorry, no one says that.
Okay, this round is pretty obvious for me right now.
The story at first kind of seemed like he was just making something up.
Either
I don't want to start anything right now, but this man is, I don't believe it. He literally said he grew up in a place, and then the literal town next door to it, which you should know, you see signs for that thing. He doesn't know about that one. And then there's a town slightly further south that he doesn't know about. He doesn't even know where come on. He doesn't know any of the surrounding locations according to him. You know, I don't believe it. You're the mole, sir.
the worst British accent I've heard ever. I'm so convinced to.
That's a good
He
point.
didn't know his geography.
Oh.
I was just shocked. I was a bit sheltered, so I didn't know my geography very well. But I was wondering when they're going to get Michael out.
That was surprising.
He's right though. Michael has to be next. Like genuinely, Michael needs to go, and then I'm confident you can say, pretty much you're good. You know.
He sounded very British.
I spoke to someone that thought London was the country.
One time someone asked me,
You think London is the country? Oh dear, that's pretty poor. I hope that doesn't happen to me. Gosh.
are you from England or Britain?
Yeah.
Well, that's because Americans don't know geography at all.
I will say, since living here, I have felt my just general world knowledge declining as I go through the journey.
That's that is so rude. I mean, it's true. Geography in the US is the US citizens are not too hot on their geography, but that's because they don't need to be. They literally have, their country is huge. They don't need any other country. They can just do everything in their own country. They can go on holiday down south. They can go up hiking up north. Like everything that you would want is in the country. They have no need for anyone else. But it is a little bit embarrassing when you say, country of London. I mean, that's shocker.
Education system. I don't know anything about anywhere anymore.
For me, since I moved when I was 12, which is 7th grade here in the States,
She mentioned 7th grade, and usually we say year 7 or year 8 or year 9.
That's true. Michael's got a good point. It's all year this, year that. It's year 7, year 8, year 9. 7 year. Ooh, Michael. I'm actually I'm on board with Michael now. You know what? Fine, the accent can go, but he's right, actually. I think, and I was, yeah, because she came out and she was saying like, oh, my accent might have dissipated. She was very hot on that one. So I think she's lying.
And it just threw me off.
the biggest change I noticed was how students address their teachers. Like, it's very informal, you know? Whereas I think growing up in England, like, you would never question your teacher, you know? Or like, I feel like the parents have that kind of...
What school did you go to?
It was funny because obviously
that's a good point. Like, I think she's going off a stereotype right there. Oh, in England, you never question. Yeah, of course you question your teacher. I mean, what? That's crazy. Have you ever been to a British classroom? Chairs flying around everywhere, lunches flying around everywhere, people just throwing hands. Like, it's crazy. It's not anything you'd expect. I think she's taking a stereotype here and like trying to pass that off. So she's on the hit list right now. I know I keep swapping, but she's on the hit list at the top.
Have that kind of...
What school did you go to?
It was funny because obviously growing up in England, you wear uniforms all the time.
Yeah.
It was lavender in the summertime with white socks.
Yeah, you have a winter and summer uniform.
Winter, summer uniform,
Yeah.
and a PE uniform that changes based on the
What
season
school did
too.
you go to?
Sydenham High School, shout out.
Although thinking about it, like I feel like I'm so glad that we had a uniform in school because the poor fashion choices I made at 13, I'm so glad.
That's facts. Uniform was so good. Like, uniform is amazing. Obviously, you need to buy it, which, you know, obviously can get slightly expensive, I think. But once you have it, it's so easy because everyone is wearing the same thing. And, you know, those kind of ages, like 13, 14, 15, like the smallest things you get, it's a rough time for everyone. Like, everyone's going through a hard time. And then there's no stress about what you have to wear. And you don't need to think about like, oh, is this going to look good? Am I going to be embarrassed wearing this? Am I going to be made fun of because I'm wearing this? It's none of that. You literally just wear the uniform. There's no opportunities for anyone to say anything because you all look the exact same. It's literally perfect for that age group. And also, to be fair, it just makes you like look smart and kind of feel like you're in school. It gives you that mindset for the learning environment. So I'm pro school uniforms. I think they're good. Good. I'm glad she's out.
You guys did good.
I actually think everyone else is fine. Everyone else is actually good. They're all British. Yeah, these two had me worried. The girl had me worried from the jump, and then the guy not knowing the neighboring towns is crazy because England is so small. You definitely know that your neighboring towns, like 100%. So I think everyone else is pretty solid.
You guys did good.
I think I said grade 7. There are words that I say in the American way now.
Raise your hand if you think.
Oh, so she knows. So she knows she made that mistake. She realizes. Oh, that's crazy. So she probably was British then. But Michael called it out. The guy behind all these letterings called it out. I think genuinely the first guy they got out was not British, and then they're voting each other out by now. I think we're good.
You think the mole is still in the box and you'd wish to continue the game. All right.
Wow, so they all think one of them is still the mole. So they actually don't even believe that they voted out the right person. Look at Michael staring into the camera. He knows he's next. You know you're next, buddy, with that accent. You're done.
Majority rules. That means we move on to round 3.
So you guys still think the mole's in the box right now? 100%. Who do you think it is?
suspicions about these two.
Who do you think it is?
Well, we can't tell you right now, can we?
I thought you guys were all British.
Yeah, buddy, it's you. That's why they're not going to tell you right now, because they're voting you out next round. Enjoy your 5 minutes in the box. You're done.
I really was ready to win.
Starting to pick up on some accent glitches.
I'm just a really suspicious person, generally.
Okay.
If you had to pick one item from a supermarket, what was it like your favorite item from that store? So
Chocolate fingers.
Hey, this is a really random thing to say, but the meal deal, the Tesco meal deal.
Oh my God, yes.
They're always the best.
Ironically, there were these, it came in a yellow package. It was like an American pancake. And it was so good, you put it in the toaster. Really? And I put it in the toaster.
That's so mid. The first 2 answers were really good. Chocolate fingers, amazing. The meal deals at Tesco always bang, to be fair, as long as you get the good wraps. You get the chicken Caesar wrap, salt and vinegar crisps, and then you just get a drink of your choice. Fair play. Amazing, amazing, amazing. The pancakes American style. No one is getting that. I've never even seen those. That's not a thing. I want to see what Big Man Rocco has to say about that, though.
Toast all the time. It was really tasty. It was just a generic. I think it might have been.
I don't know that one.
But it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't something notable.
What would you get?
the prawn cocktail sandwich, definitely.
Oh no, I like this crisps, the prawn cocktail crisps.
The pink one.
I think the crisps I miss the most are Monster Munch and Quavers.
I was going to say Quavers.
What's it?
No, Quavers, What's It, Monster Munch, they're all mid. Okay, Americans have us all beat on the chips, on the crisps or whatever. You know, the crisps front. Salt and vinegar Walkers are the GOAT. I might do a crisps tier list one day because that'll be actually really good. But mostly the Americans have got us beat with the Doritos. I can't lie, Doritos are top tier.
Cut cheesy what's it?
No, I don't think with what's it.
No?
I mean,
What about
basically a
discos?
cheat-
Do you guys like discos?
What's a disco?
Yeah, so
You
they're
know,
crisp.
discos, the crisps?
Yeah.
They have like a bunch of flavors.
They're
Salt,
like old
vinegar,
school ones,
barbecue.
I've never heard about discos. I'm not gonna lie. This guy might be ancient, but maybe I asked my grandmother if she's heard about them.
Yeah, or UK.
UK.
Oh, no.
They're not here at all.
No.
He didn't know what discos were. I mean, okay, well, he can't be British.
My initial.
Brother, I've never heard about disco. I don't know what discos are. Discos from like the 80s. No one does that.
Suspicions. Michael.
What?
I don't know. Just out of everybody.
It's probably my accent. Like I'm
No,
from
not
Liverpool.
even the act. I think also too. You were
Yeah.
the only one who didn't raise your hand, and
I really thought that because I thought you guys were good. I was like, okay, these are my fellow Brits right
and
here.
then you said I thought you all were British. There were just some things.
No
I
one
was
has
like-
that much British camaraderie.
I'm not saying it is you.
Okay.
I'm just saying out of everyone who it
Little
could have
jab.
been, in my mind,
Okay.
it was closer to being you.
I'd rather not say.
So now you look suspicious.
Nah.
I don't trust anyone. You could all be lying to me.
If it's any, I mean, I don't know if this is cheating, but I literally have a tattoo on my body of my postcode.
And we're going.
He didn't know what disco chips were.
You mother.
Yeah.
Okay,
You
wait, I'm
know.
surprised.
He knows. You know.
The disco chips. Bro, I don't know what disco chips are. I think it's a generational thing. That's crazy. Disco chips cannot be the reason you get voted out.
I'm really bitter about being voted out. Just because somebody doesn't know the same snack as you does not mean that their nationality should be questioned.
That's crazy, brother. You literally would have voted Michael out if he didn't know what quavers are. Like, come on. Like, if the tables were turned, you would be the same. All right, let's not play that game.
If you think the mole is still in the box and you'd like to continue the game, raise your hand.
But, oh, God.
She thinks it's Michael.
I still feel she might be the mole.
Really?
I'm really like.
I mean,
They all
I
just
guess.
hate on each other. This is so British. They're all hating on each
So you
other.
got your dual citizenship when you were 12.
We came through when we were 12. When we were kids, we used to come every year. My mum wanted us to move, you know, or have the option
Every year?
when we're older to be able to go.
Every year is very expensive. Like plane tickets from, I know I said this last video, but like plane tickets from the UK to the US are like $800 per seat. I mean, that's crazy.
Do you know a lot about football? Like, do you know any of the teams in the Premier League?
Well, okay, I never
you
got
also?
into football
Okay.
really when I was there. I only supported the teams that my friends.
Which ones? What teams?
So obviously Chelsea, Arsenal, Man U were like the main ones.
True, football is huge back home. That's like the big one. There really isn't a sport that kind of rivals football. You have rugby, but rugby is not even that big. I mean, football is just its own like thing. It's top dog in the UK, 100%. I think they're just all voting each other out at this point.
I had a feeling.
Come on.
You guys are wrong. I think they'd made a pact, and I was just the only one not in that pact.
Do you feel confident in your choice?
I do.
Definitely.
You're not the mole, are you? Okay, good.
If the lights turn green, that means that you have
She
voted
had
the
a
mole out.
postcode
and
tattooed
you both
on her.
win. If the
These
lights
guys-
turn red, that means the mole is still in the box and you lose.
Okay, well, it's definitely going to go green because there's only 2 of them left.
So,
Unless it's Michael.
If you did a good job.
No, I'm coming from. Yeah, nothing to worry about.
3, 2,
I have to get this right. I actually have to get this right. If I don't get this right, I've had 3 videos in a row where I'm just completely wrong. And this is the British one. This is meant to be easy. Please, please, please. Okay. Lovely.
look, the mole.
The mole is 100%. She knew it was year 7. She's got the tattoo of her postcode. She's good. This guy didn't know the towns. Did this guy answer any questions? He said he has some crisps. He didn't know discos. I don't know discos either. These 2 are obviously good. I do think it's this guy. I think it's number 1. I think this guy. I think he emigrated straight to America. I think he skipped UK.
Mole reveal themselves in 3, 2,
Are you kidding
Come on.
me?
That was my first.
That's
pick,
it. That's banging right there.
I mean, I got it from the get-go.
You knew it was Tages, and you continued to play.
I told you it's all about the De Niro's, yo.
I studied, but not the geography. I was looking at the map, but I didn't recognize all the places. And I could always do somewhat of a British accent, or at least I thought I could. And then I just Googled, like, where's the most amount of brown people in England? And I was like, Leicester it is.
Your accent was
That's funny. Yeah, okay. Fair play. That was actually a good vid. I'm proud I got that one right. Finally, I broke the streak. Third one right, British one, had the easy one. We're gonna see if we can do it again. Might bring another Jubilee video out here. But yeah, that was a good one. Please like, subscribe if you enjoyed the vid, and see you next time. Thank you.